I am a shepherd from a quiet African village, where the red earth is warm beneath bare feet and the wind carries stories from one generation to the next. Each morning before the sun stood high, I led my sheep along narrow paths between tall grass and scattered trees, walking slowly, for a shepherd learns early that haste brings harm. My life was simple and my heart was at peace until the season a stranger came among us. She arrived wrapped in fine cloth, her steps confident, her voice gentle, and many said she was a princess from a distant land. Others spoke more quietly and said she carried knowledge best left hidden. She greeted the villagers with kind words, yet her eyes often lingered on me, as though measuring my silence. One evening, as the sky burned orange with sunset, she told me that patience had made me slow, and that the world rewards those who reach before waiting. I answered her with respect and continued on my way. Soon after, unrest followed me like dust after footsteps. My sheep became uneasy. Familiar paths felt uncertain and doubts crept into my thoughts without warning. The elders whispered that the princess had spoken words meant to disturb my spirit, not openly, but with careful intention. Fear knocked at my heart, yet I chose not to answer it. Each night I sat beneath the wide sky filled with stars and prayed quietly, asking not for vengeance but for strength to remain steady and clear. I remembered the words of my father, who once told me that not every struggle is meant to be fought and that patience often reveals what force cannot. So I waited, I worked, I trusted. Slowly the unrest loosened its grip. The sheep grew calm again. My thoughts found order and peace returned as gently as morning light. In time, the village itself began to feel uneasy around the princess. Wherever she lingered, arguments followed, crops failed, and harmony slipped away. When the elders finally called her to speak, her words tangled and the calm mask she wore could no longer hold. The elders chose wisdom over anger and mercy over punishment. They did not harm her, nor did they return darkness for darkness. Instead, they told her she could no longer remain among us. At dawn, she left the village alone, walking the same quiet paths I walked each day with my flock. I watched her go, not with pride but with understanding, for patience had guarded me. Faith had uncovered truth and peace had prevailed without force. From that season, I learned this. Not every curse can stand against a steady heart. Silence can be stronger than fear, and those who walk the quiet path will always arrive where they are meant to be.